I'm here to talk about the story of the NFL Draft. And the story was, even though a lot of people want to say Shedeur Sanders falling, that's not my biggest takeaway. I think with all the information we've been given, it makes sense why he fell. But the story to me was the trenches. These top level teams, and we saw it a lot more with just teams who are struggling a bit, they invested in the front seven. These teams watched the Super Bowl. They saw what the Eagles did. They saw the beating they put on the Chiefs, they put on Pat Mahomes. The Bills, they invested in the front seven. The Eagles, guess what? They reinvested in the front seven after losing their guys in free agency. The Chiefs invest in the front seven. The Ravens, they invested in the front seven. The Steelers invest in the front seven. I can list off team after team. Even look at the Dolphins, who have been bad in the front seven in recent years. Their first overall pick was on Kenneth Grant to establish the front seven. This is something I think the NFL is headed towards, is as much as fun it is to see these flashy outside guys dominate. And don't get me wrong, we all love these flashy wide receiver highlights that pop up every week and we're like, damn, these guys are special athletes. But at the end of the day, they're not winning the football games. As great as the Eagles' receiving core is, and A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith are great players, do not get me wrong. Their team is won in the trenches. Their offensive line has been the best for many years. Even after losing Hall of Fame center Jason Kelce, they're still dominant. And they are just as dominant on the interior defensive line. This is why they win so many games convincingly. Because when you are punched in the mouth over and over again, it wears on you. It beats you down. And NFL teams have taken notice of that, and they have started to reinvest in the trenches. We did not see many wide receivers go off in the first round. And that's because teams are focused on the interior line. Let's look at the teams that took a receiver. Ted McMillan to the Panthers. It makes sense because the Panthers need to figure out Bryce Young. As good as their defensive line could be, they have to know if they have the quarterback. Now let's look at the Packers. Matthew Golden, really good player. He fits Green Bay. Green Bay already has a pretty decent defensive line. Could still use improvement, but at the end of the day, they have a lot of receivers that are expiring contracts, and they need to get someone in there that could be their legitimate one. The Buccaneers took Emeka Egbuka. Emeka is a very talented guy. He can go all over the field. He is probably the best player on the board when the Bucs picked for them. Now, am I saying they couldn't reinvest in their defensive line? I would like to see them invest more in their pass rushing unit, but I get Emeka Egbuka because they do have Vita Vea there, who kind of takes up three guys at once. And lastly, Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter was taken because he has the possibility to play two-way. Even though I view more as a defensive back than a wide receiver, the Jaguars are probably going to play him at wide receiver. Here's the thing with the Jaguars. They've invested a bunch in their defensive front seven already. Their interior D-line, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but there's at least guys there. They need more help on the outside. And that's where we're at with these teams, is teams have built outside first, really struggle interior D-line, and they're less likely to win. Teams who have built their D-line first, and O-line first as well, are typically winning. Just look at the teams who win consistently. Chiefs, good interior D-line. Their offensive line wasn't good last year, but it has showed to be good in years past when they won Super Bowls. Bills, both those units are very good. They improved the D-line, though, in this draft class. The Ravens, when is it not good? That's pretty much the Ravens. It's always good. The Eagles, they just won the Super Bowl because they dominated the sides of the ball. The Rams, both are very good. You just list off these teams that consistently win, and their interior line on both offense and defense wins the game, and that's what we saw got drafted mainly. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked this video, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And hey, share this video, please. I'm trying to grow this channel. I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who subscribed. I was trying to hit 200 subscribers by the NFL Draft. I passed it. It was a watershed moment for me. I was in Las Vegas eating breakfast, and I saw it pop up on my phone, and I legitimately shed a tear. So thank you, everyone, for subscribing, and have a great day.